Welcome back to our quick safety message on real-world worksite standards. Today we're shifting back to a leadership issue because sometimes the biggest driver of your injury rate isn't the big hazard. It's the small mess everyone has learned to work around. Here's the question to run through your head today as you move through the worksite. What if your injury rate is being driven by small mess that you're used to? That's how it usually shows up. A bit of scrap that someone will grab later. A cord across a walkway that's only for a minute. A spill that's not that bad. A cluttered landing zone that's temporary. The risk feels low because it's familiar, but familiarity is exactly how hazards get normalized. Here's the question again. What if your injury rate is being driven by small mess that you're used to? A small mess might not feel like much. Most days, nothing happens. Then one day someone is carrying a load, visibility is reduced, the pace is high, and one small mess turns into a sprain, a fracture, a head strike, or a serious back injury. Same workplace, same conditions, different consequences. And if you want to lower injuries, housekeeping and material storage is one of the highest return places to focus because it's everywhere, all the time, and it touches multiple hazard types at once. It's not just slips and trips. Poor housekeeping increases line of fire exposures, awkward lifting, pinch points, blocked exits, blocked access to equipment, unstable stacks, and poor ergonomics. It also creates distraction. Workers spend mental energy navigating clutter instead of focusing on the task. Why does small mess turn into serious injury? Because poor housekeeping doesn't create one hazard, it creates a risk environment. It changes working conditions and quietly stacks the odds until the day the consequences show up. When housekeeping is weak, slips and trips creep in, water tracked in, dust, debris, cords and hoses across walkways, scrap on the floor, and routes narrowed by clutter. Most days nothing happens. Then one busy moment with a carried load and reduced visibility, and that small mess becomes the fall. You also get more struck by and caught between risk. Materials tip, roll, or slide. Improvised stacks fail. Items fall from shelves. People reach into unstable piles. And when laydown areas creep into travel paths, forklifts and pedestrians get pushed into tighter spaces with less room for error. Manual handling gets worse too. Poor storage leads to awkward lifts, twisting, reaching above shoulders, and handling loads in congested areas. Exactly how sprains and back injuries build. Housekeeping also affects emergencies. Combustibles accumulate, panels get blocked, exits narrow, and extinguishers, eyewash, and first aid become harder to access when seconds matter. And the quiet truth is this. Inconsistent housekeeping is a culture signal. It tells people what the workplace will tolerate. If small mess is normal, working around hazards becomes normal, and injuries become predictable. Here's a simple way to stabilize housekeeping. Make it routine and make it short. A daily 10-minute end-of-shift reset works because it builds rhythm. It stops the "we'll clean it later" cycle and keeps the next shift from inheriting hazards. But it has to be set up properly. First, assign one accountable owner per zone, per shift. One name, clear ownership. They can delegate, but accountability stays with them. Second, keep the checklist short and visual. If it takes too long to read, it won't get used. Walk the zone and reset the basics. Clear walkways, store materials properly, remove waste, manage cords and hoses, handle spills, and keep exits, panels, and emergency equipment accessible. Third, tie it to leader verification. Supervisors don't need to micromanage. Just do a quick walkthrough and sign off to keep the standard real and prevent drift. Fourth, schedule it. If the shift ends at 3:30, the reset starts at 3:20. If you hope people find time, they won't. And if the workplace is large, scale the same concept. Zones, clear ownership, short reset, consistent verification. That's how 10 minutes a day turns into fewer injuries. If you need OH&S support that changes what happens in the field, not just what's written in a binder, visit calgarysafetyconsultants.ca and reach out. We'll help you set clear, real-world housekeeping and storage standards, build simple daily routines like the 10-minute end-of-shift reset, and coach leaders to verify the basics every day so small mess doesn't turn into predictable injuries.